Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to create a basic to-do list app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It's a beginner friendly and it will help you to understand DOM manipulation and event handling in JavaScript. So let's get started. So here I will create three files, one for HTML code, one for JavaScript code, and one for styling or CSS code. So let's start by writing the basic HTML structure in the HTML file. So first I am changing the title as to do app. First I will add a heading with heading tag for this to do app. Then now I will create a input section to get the inputs from the user. Here this type will be text and we will add a placeholder where the message will be enter your task. And with this, there will be a button with the name add task by which the user will add their task. And now we will create a unordered list where the input, the value of the inputs will be created as a list, as an unordered list. Unordered list, which means there is no sequence, like there is no 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be like with just a bullet points. And this section will be empty for now because we will add the list with the JavaScript code. And here we will create a script tag with the source this is we will after completing this we will create the CSS file and JS file, and I am adding the JS file with this HTML. The name of the JS file will be this, and we can also add the CSS here. And we will create the CSS file with the name style.css. Now we will create the CSS file style.css. And here now for now we will create just a simple styling for the main body page. So it will be like this. In the background, I'm applying a gradient which will look more attractive. With this linear gradient. And here we will add the colors. Okay, three colors is okay. Like, now we will add some other properties here, which are first is background repeat. We do not need any repetition in this background. And font family we can apply for the whole body, which is sans basic. We can add a padding for total. Now we have created the simple styling for the body. And finally, we will create the JavaScript file. We will add the logic to add and delete tasks dynamically. So let's make the JavaScript file. Beginning project.js. First, I will select, I'm selecting the input box. Input box, button, and the list using query selector. First, we will select those things from the document by the help of query selector. And we do not have many buttons or many input sections, so no need to uh, choose the query selector all. We'll use this to handle user interactions. And these things we have already made in the HTML. Here we have a input section, a button, and a unordered list. And we have just selected here, the button, which is this button, and this UL means unordered list, which is this, and finally the input section, which is this one. Query selector selects the, we have to add here the document. This means that in the document, this is here, from the document we are selecting these things like buttons, unordered list, and the input sections. Let's add a task on button click now. For button, we will add a add event listener. With this, when we click the button, they will perform a task, which will be a function what we make. Here, for when we are clicking, see here the button is what add task. So when we are clicking the button which is add task, what it will do, it will create a item by document dot create element, and it will store in the variable item. And what will be the element? It will be a list. That means it will create a list. by the clicking in the button, we will create a list. And after that, item dot inner text will be input dot value. That means when we are adding something in the input box or input section, and for example, if we writing here in the input section as read or study, and then we are clicking in the button add task, then what it will do, it will create a list, and the value of the list will be the value what we have given into the input box. That is item dot inner text is equals to input dot value. That means the value we have given in the input section, it will be the text of the list. After that, we will create something for delete. Here we are creating also a button with the list, which is a in the button, what will be the text of the button? It will be delete for all list. And we are also creating a class for all the buttons, which is delete. It is just like when we add something here like this, like if I am here adding class like button, then this class means this button, and if I am adding more buttons, more than one, then all the buttons with class btn, it represents all. Actually, btn represents all the buttons with this same class. So just like this, here I am adding a class for all the delete buttons for all the list. Like every time I'm giving a input and adding task, it will create a list with this delete button, and for all list, the class of the delete buttons will be this delete. And we can further use this class for styling or any other uses. And after that, we are adding the item remove, and uh, we are adding the remove in the item and the item in the UL, which we have selected here, and this we have created here. And the value of the input we are rechanging always with a empty. Like after we are adding input, the input section will be empty. That means it will clear the input field always after adding one task. This was for button, and now we will create another thing, which is deleting a task when button is clicked. Now we will add the functionality for this delete button. That means whenever it is clicked, the list should be removed from the unordered list or from the to-do list. This particular list will be removed whenever we are clicking in the button delete for a list. We are we're taking a argument or variable as event, and if the event dot target dot node name is equals to button, then let li item, it means list item, equals to event dot target parent element item dot, and we will console this dot, which will be deleted. So to delete a task, I am using this event delegation on the UL or unordered list. When a button inside a list item is clicked, it first checks if the clicked element is a button. If yes, then it removes the parent, which is list, the list of the delete button. This way, the delete button works for dynamically added tasks too. Now let's test the app. I am giving a input, just read and add task. Yes, it is working. And if I give another study, I delete this, it is working perfectly. Now we can add some styling for this to give it a better touch. We can add styling for H1 tag, which is font size of 2.5 rem. Here, rem means it will be relative with the root element. This will be, the size will be relative with the its root element. That means it will be fixed throughout the body. So let's make another for input. For the input section, we can add padding for 8 px. It will be fixed. So we used px pixel, and font size of this will be 1. And here previously we didn't have written this, so then it will show like this. The background will come for just once. So we have to mention this that we need the background for the whole screen. And if it is the length of this, then it should attached one by one so that it will be, be shown like this. And after that, we can add styling for button also, like padding 8 px and 12 px for left, right, and top and bottom, and margin for left. It will create a margin for left of 5 px. Cursor will be pointer for button. This is pointer for buttons. Okay. And here we have margins. Here we have margins from the left, and in this portion we have padding for the button. Now we will add for the delete button only. Delete. We have created this class for the all delete buttons only, the delete class, and now we will use this for styling. This point for class, and we will use this for styling it. Margin from left will be 10 px. Background color will be this shade of red, and its text color will be white. Border, we don't need any border here, so none. And padding with 4 px and 8 px for left, right, and top and bottom. And finally, border radius for sharper these sides. We will add like 5 px we can add. These portions have border radius of 5 px. So we have styled it good. So let's check one thing, that if I am adding one more thing here, like it, so it is overlapping or just attaching with each other. So we don't need these things. So we can add something here, like for every list, we want margin from all portion of one rep. Now it is looking fine. Can we here, and we can add something else also. But it is just JS means it is only in the front end, and this data are not storing anywhere. So if we are refreshing it, then it will be gone, and we can add again. Click read, write, and see. So that is how you can build a simple to-do list app using just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe to my channel for more such projects. Thank you for watching.